I am excited for this guest. Our little dumb podcast, Mike. We're reaching new levels. We have the current year-end #1 player in the world for 2024. Aryna Sabalenka is on the show. Here we are.
Thank you guys for having me.
Aryna,
I thought like after that little introduction, I thought you're gonna say like on our dumb podcast we have dumb players.
No. On this podcast we only have dumb hosts, producers, and tech people. Listen,
I'll be the dumbest one.
Well, challenge accepted. Listen, congratulations. It's one of 16 in history on the women's side to finish year-end #1. How do you feel? Are you exhausted? Does it feel weird that the season's over? Like, where's your headspace at right now?
Honestly, like I don't feel that the season is over because this season been a lot. And I don't know, I don't have this feeling yet. Probably when I'll be like, I don't know, tanning on the beach or like doing nothing, I'll realize, okay, this is the off season actually, and we're done and I can relax. But for now, I'm kind of like still stressed a little bit, you know, maybe because the result, the finals affect that feeling. But yeah, I don't know.
I'll tell you one thing, because I'm not you. I wasn't nearly as good as you, but I went into a similar scenario that you've been in the last 2 years, exactly one time in my life where you enter the finals and you have to win a match, win 2 matches. There's a math equation each day when you go in, and I'll tell you what happened. I won my first 2 matches, got to #1, and then lost 2 right away. And it was like, okay, let's take a breath. But talk about kind of going into the finals, especially after last year where you played great. You went in with the #1 ranking, and then ego ran the table and just played a phenomenal event. Walk us through kind of the stressors of Saudi Arabia and the finals.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't compare these finals to Cancun. Cancun was
a dumpster fire.
Was an interesting experience. Yeah. You know, it was just like, whoever gets more lucky, gonna get this win. You know, it wasn't about tennis or anything, you know. But here, honestly, I wasn't really focusing on like world #1 ranking and what should I do to finish the year as world #1. You know, I didn't do that much. You know, just so you know, I was like, whatever. And on the interview, they asked me like, do you know what you have to do to finish the year as world #1? I was like, no, and don't tell me, please. I don't want to know that. You know, I wanted to focus on my tennis and just stay focused. And as you see, after winning 2 matches, the news were everywhere, and I was like, oh no, please, just don't do that to me. And I probably that's why I lost my focus, kind of. And I don't know. I've at that moment felt like I did everything I could in this season. I don't have any energy left to compete and to fight.
See, Mike, Mike, I think that's why she's the best, is because when I had that moment in time, the one time, my reaction wasn't, oh no, don't tell me. I'm like, tell me more. What did I do? What did I do? It wasn't exactly the Tiger mentality that I was giving. I was like, give me beers and tell me that I was awesome for this year. A little bit different.
No, I don't like actually to hear like how good I am and what else I need to do to finish the year as #1, because I can, you know, I don't like it. I want to stay focused. I want to stay sharp, and I don't want have this little lose moment and to relaxed. Well, it's too much.
It's interesting because you say you don't want the loose moment. I have written here, and it was gonna happen later in the interview, but it seems like an obvious segue exists. One of the things that I think that people are drawn to with you and your personality, especially as you start winning majors and people start getting to know you even more. I think what was well received and obvious inside of the tennis world is now you scale up, right? Now it's a mainstream attention, and it's a little bit different, but like you always seem like you're having fun, right? There's not a world in which I would ever tell my trainer, and Jason I knew from when he was working on the men's tour before, but to put a fucking tattoo on his head, at a U.S. Open final, like that's a crazy thing to do for me. But you say you don't want these moments of fun, but then it seems like you all just live a massive moment of fun all the time. What am I getting wrong?
I don't know. I mean, it's just us, and we're not trying to be fun. We're not like we're not faking anything. That's just us. And he made the promise. To be honest, I forgot that he promised me, like, okay, if you make it to the finals, I'm gonna make this tattoo on my head. And I was like, okay, whatever, deal. And I forgot about that. And then it's a match day. We're having like lunch before the warm up and whatever. And he just like put this tattoo on the table, and I'm like, what's that? And he's like, you forgot it. Like, I made a promise. And I'm like, oh, okay, let's do that. So we did it on the lunch table. And yeah, this is how we are. I mean, I think it's really important to first of all, like, find the right people, the people you feel like relaxed surrounded by, and people you can trust, obviously, so you can have fun. You can just show your own personality. You can just go and do. Are we allowed to curse here or no?
Yes. Yeah, it's actually encouraged. Fun fact, we're the only tennis podcast that exists that has the explicit rating on YouTube. So yes.
So yeah, we can. So we can do whatever shit we like to do on and off the court.
It's good. Nice little warm up. We'll get into it now. Perfect.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I have the right people, and we're always having fun, and it's important to balance it because we're all facing these pressure moments and expectations and goals and all of that stuff. And I think without like having fun and enjoying the journey, I mean, you just can get crazy in a couple years and just retire sooner than you probably wish. So yeah, we're just trying to balance it out.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the perspective that you just dropped on us is, from where I sit, is an observation that a lot of players have later, where we look back and say, you know what, I wish I would have enjoyed those smaller moments more. I wish I would have given credit to the present a little bit more, and that would have made it better long term. I think you realizing that in real time, I think is a real gift, and it's good perspective.
Like after the tournament, after winning the title, and you sit there, and what you remember, you actually remember those funny moments, like during the tournament. You remember those tough battles you overcome, like stuff on court, whatever, like you were able to push yourself to the limit to get the win, and you remember those moments. You don't remember like actual win moment, you remember like the journey to that trophy. So, and it's not like I got to this point like at first year on tour, like it took me a little while to realize like what is actually about, and since that, like, I would say that the last 2 seasons I'm actually really enjoying having fun, and like I don't have that fear of losing anymore, like at the beginning you're afraid of a lot of stuff, losing points, defending points, and I don't know, like losing the position and all that stuff, but then you're like, I don't care about that. I lose the point, I lose my ranking, whatever, I'll gain it back, and you just have to enjoy it,